What's up, Tarot family? Welcome back to the channel. I'm so happy to be back for 31 Days of Tarot, Day 2. I did not think, to be honest, that I would be here for Day 2. A family member of mine is having some health issues, and it's been a little bit of a struggle, but I'm going to try to stick to it. I know they're stable. If you could just please keep me in your thoughts, prayers, whatever have you, I would be eternally grateful. But yes, on to some tarot decks. I'm gonna put you down ever so gently. There we go. So, my number one for this year is not even in my presence, and I'm so sad about it. My number one was the Animal Wisdom Tarot, and that is because, like the Chrysalis Tarot that I'm going to be showing you guys here in a minute, the Animal Wisdom Tarot can give you some like hard news, hard realities in a very cushioned, but not like too cushiony, I think. It's a great deck for kids. I always, if anyone's like, what's the first deck I should get my child because they're interested in tarot, I'm like, Animal Wisdom. But for me, I've learned to have a relationship with it to where it can give me some hard messages, and it's digestible, especially when I'm having a really tough time. And I was having a really tough time when I left that deck at my father's. Oh man. So yeah. So since I've already shown you the back, let's move on to the decks that are actually in my person. And the first being the Chrysalis Tarot. You can tell the box has had a long life. And this is one of my all-rounder decks. This is a deck that I did what I believe to be one of my most, not important, I don't want to say most important, but pivotal for me in my path readings with. This was the deck that really put pen to paper with the fact that Green Man was my patron, and I'm gonna say hey to him while I'm flipping through the deck that confirmed that situation. So, all the shout outs to Green Man. I know he's been having my back over the past few weeks, and I appreciate that so much. Anyway, beautiful deck, beautiful art, very child's, picture book-esque, but I also love it. I also love how simple it can be and how ornate other cards can be. And again, it can give you hard messages in a beautiful, picturesque way. Again, this is an all-rounder, so if I just want to pull a card to see how the day is going to go, or like what the energy of the day is, or week, I can do that. If I want to do a full moon ritual, I might grab this too, All-rounder. Sorry if the lighting's messed up. I will have the names of the decks listed in the description box below, so if you would like to go on to Google Images and do some looking for yourself, I completely get it. I'm doing my best as a starter here with this whole YouTube. But moving on to pretty much the complete opposite. But not quite, the Deviant Moon. The Deviant Moon for a lot of people is a hard hitter with a quirky twist. Here's the back. And I think I would agree with the fact that it's a hard hitter with a quirky twist. I very much see that as being the truth. I have pulled from this deck on many occasions This is another kind of all-rounder deck, but not quite to Chrysalis status yet. But I'll pull it for a lunar occasion or just, what's today's energy like? Very Tim Burton like art. And just beautiful. Just beautiful. And I don't know, just with the images, with the art the way it is, I feel like some of like the good cards are extra like funny and giggly because of the art, and the bad cards are extra like, ooh, let's look into that. Like, it's interesting. Not the bad cards. I don't think there's a good or a bad tarot card. It just depends on what card is in what placement in which spread. You know what I mean? Within context. Right? There's no bad tarot cards. Only interpretations that don't look too pretty. Moving on. The beautiful Invisible Light Tarot. And I'm just going to show you the back because the front of the box pretty much looks like the back of the cards. But the back of the box does give you some information. I'm going to hold this here. This was one purchased on Etsy. The other two, the Chrysalis and the Deviant Moon, can be found on Amazon as far as I am aware. But again, here is the back of the Invisible Light. This one has been one of my mainstays for daily pulls and or even month aheads. I like to do month ahead cards, and this one has been huge because I can start with a little seed of an idea of what the month's going to be like with the, oh, hello, look at that. I can look at the card and have an idea by looking at it and tuning in with my intuition, but I will keep the picture of the card in my phone and look at it throughout the month or the week or whatever I pulled the card for. And I just feel like layers are being peeled back. The invisible light is being uninvisibled. So that's a great everyday deck for me. Alright. Am I a deck short? Gracious. I think I'm a deck short. 2, 3. Yeah, I am. Let me just get into that really quick. 2021, along with 2020, has been very difficult for me and for everybody. But with my pet, hi, Pippi. Oh, Beanie Bean, come here. I'm trying to get my cat up here, but he's not seeming to be into it. But a lot of stuff happened in 2021 to where I wasn't feeling on my spiritual game. I didn't feel like I wanted to do any dedications. I didn't want to celebrate any full or new moons. I didn't want to do any tarot readings. I don't know why, and it wasn't for a lack of wanting to. Like, I would know the full moon's coming up and have an idea in my head and then just maybe lack of motivation. Do you think Mom had lack of motivation, my son? Was it some lack of motivation? Huh? Was it lack of motivation, my son? He's camera shy, but he likes Mom's lap. But yeah, I think there was some lack of motivation to just do some tarot readings. And then, like with the Invisible Light and the Chrysalis, those were the two I started out with. I was like, alright, we're done with this lack of motivation for tarot stuff. We're going to pull a card a day. And there were some days where I did, some days where I didn't. But every time I did, I just felt like my day was a little more complete. So that's why I only have top 4. Sorry, Anthony. So we're going to do better, I promise. But I hope you guys had a wonderful New Year's Day. And I will see you for day 3 tomorrow with my top 5. Oh my god, I hope I have 5 Oracle decks of 2021. Bye, guys.